I actually think Arsenal are going to beat Real Madrid.
I think Arsenal PSG, yes. I think Arsenal beat Madrid.
I give Arsenal close to, maybe I give them 1% chance against Real Madrid.
Sake, man. 1-0 Arsenal. Free kick. Declan Rice. Chat, this is no bueno. This is no bueno.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what the hell? Did Declan Rice just score the free kick?
I can't lie. Declan Rice, you know, okay. Surely Declan Rice can't shoot from here. Oh my god! He can! Take a bow! Was I wrong?
Goal! Arsenal! Bloody hell! Rice, baby! Arsenal lead against Real Madrid.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
If he scores this, mate. Declan Rice. Oh, it's a good position as well. Oh no. Declan Rice! Oh my god, he scored. Oh my god, he scored.
Oh my god, he's done it again! Oh my god, Declan Rice, I can't even hate! What the actual am I watching? Oh my days!
This isn't real! This is unreal! Oh my god!
Oh my god, Declan Rice just scored another free kick! What the hell is going on?
This Declan Rice has been outstanding. They could get a free.
Oh my god, it's 3-0!
Fucking me! Oh my god, Arsenal just scored the third! Oh my god, what the hell is going on?
Real Madrid are capable of getting back into this, but could Arsenal? Oh my god! Oh my god! It's 3-0! It's Merino! This could be over!
I can't believe it!
There is no possibility that Arsenal beat either Real Madrid or Atletico. It is not going to happen. Get it through your heads and just give up from now. I'm telling you right now, quarterfinal, you're going to get eliminated. Whether it's Atleti or whether it's Real Madrid, you are out. This is not your competition. You have no difference makers whatsoever in your team. You beat PSV. Hooray. Wow, well done.
Welcome back. It's Hot Take. I'm here with Callum. There's a lot to unpack from last night. It was a special evening for Arsenal, an amazing night for the Champions League. And if you're a content creator, it's just, I was up to 3 o'clock just watching watch-along reactions last night, Cal, just taking it all in. I've said to you backstage, it reminded me, they've still got to get through, but it reminded me when Liverpool knocked out Barca. It's almost, you saw it there with Hassam and Saeed. Everyone's just smiling. It put a smile on rivals' faces. It was that good.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Terry. That is one of the best Champions League performances I've seen in a long time. Like they were brilliant yesterday. And look, I'm not an Arsenal guy. Everyone knows that. But at the same time, when I watch good football and when I watch a team who deserves to win, I can't sit there and hold any malice, or I just gotta hold my hands up and be like, that was a fantastic performance.
Yeah.
Like before the game, I'm in a WhatsApp group with guys I play football with, and I said I think Arsenal win the game 1-0, and they were like, behave, Cal, shut up, Cal, we're getting rolled over. These are Arsenal fans say we're getting rolled over. My other friends who are Man U Liverpool fans, had no chance. I'm like, and I've been saying it on Coppish, and I said it to Hassam. I was like, I can see Arsenal getting something out of this tie. I don't know why. I can just see them getting something out of the tie. And everyone's been like, no, it's impossible. And I was like, the fact that they've had so many injuries, I think sometimes galvanizes teams and it actually brings them together. And it's like, it was similar to when we were in 2005. Like, we had no right to be beating like Juventus and all these other teams, but we just galvanize the team. And
but it was, mate, I hear you. I thought they were going to win 2-1. I thought it'd be 2-1.
I said 1-0. I didn't expect a 3-0. That's
But what we were served up as football fans was, as you say, a brilliant performance. And I actually heard someone say yesterday, and we'll get into some of the reactions to it, but someone said that Rice's free kicks actually kind of papered over what was an amazing, sort of covered up which was an amazing performance. It's almost, you're forgetting what he did on and off the ball for 90 odd minutes. Well, he came off a little early, but 80 odd minutes, because he scored two of the best free kicks I've ever seen, back to back. It's just crazy.
I'm not going to say two of the best free kicks I've ever seen. I think the first one, again, but both of them technique wise, amazing. The first one I think is down to Real Madrid, because the way they set their wall out was poor. Like, you could see there's a gap there. So the execution on the free kick is great, but I'm not going to sit and say it's one of the best I've seen in my lifetime. The second one, though, brother, the second one is beans. Like, you can't place a football any better if you carried it with your hands and put it in the net.
There's a behind the angle. Do you know what's interesting about the four-man wall? I get Rice called it out and said there was a gap and everything else. Do you know who have any memory in your wall when Messi scored that free kick?
Yeah, Messi's one was pretty much Rice's second, though.
But it's and all I'm saying is that there are some people playing down what Rice did. I'm not saying, you know.
Oh no, I definitely want to do it.
It's interesting that when we do and don't focus on these things, but it's the both free kicks for me are just up there with some of the best I've seen, and I think more so because it's back to back, and it was Rice. You're not expecting when Messi steps up, when Cristiano used to step up, when Beckham stepped up, Roberto Carlos, you were like, could be a goal. When Rice stepped up to take that, when he went to hit it, I mean, the set piece coach was saying, "Cross, don't shoot." Yeah, just magic, man. We've got a few reactions here, people to look at. Get the like button here. Make sure you're subscribing. First up, we're gonna go to some Madrid fans. This was before the game. Let's take a little look.
Oh, chat, you guys think Arsenal can eliminate Real Madrid? You're being serious? You think Arsenal can eliminate Real Madrid in their own competition? Yes.
Mate, there was so much of that in the build-up. Imagine how he's feeling. Look, I know they're still in it, and there is a chance back.
Because we've been there. Let's be real. We've been there when we're like, this team can't beat us today. I did that with Plymouth, bro. Plymouth.
This is what's crazy, right? Even if Arsenal throw it away now, all these predictions are still wrong because it's the 0 chance, 1% chance. It's never going to happen. Well, they've shown you that it's not a foregone conclusion. Real Madrid, barring finals where you won it, they have now got to go and put in their greatest ever Champions League knockout performance against Arsenal. A team, by the way, they've never scored against and they've never thrown away a lead like this in a knockout game. So for me, there's a lot of humble pie being eaten. Now, I want to check out Dave next. We're going to check out Dave because this, for me, is a thing of beauty.
Oh, my God! Frustrated. I'm really frustrated by this Real Madrid team because Ancelotti is an absolute bozo of a fucking manager. I can't stand this guy.
Bozo of a manager. They're really going in here.
Ancelotti needs to leave Real Madrid ahora, now! Easy. Now! Too easy. I tell you.
Did you see that guy walk past when easy, 3Z? These are 3Z.
Atletico Madrid, Arsenal, everyone, Espanyol, Real Betis, everyone, man, everyone. Barcelona cooked 9-2, 2 matches, 9-2 by Barcelona. Do you want to see me get mad? Every single round.
Yeah, we're already seeing it now.
We're already seeing it, big man. Head's gone. Head's gone.
Goodness. I will say a few people are going to comment saying this. He's an English guy in Spain. Dave is Spanish. He just lived most of his life in England. You can tell by the way he says Real Madrid as well. It's
Did you see him? Was it him and Ty that was going back and forth, isn't it?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Ty must be sitting there laughing.
I know.
Madrid fan on YouTube, every single one. They do not deserve to be a Real Madrid supporter. This is not standards. This is not Real Madrid.
Amazing.
Do you know what's killer for me? Yeah, is Real Madrid have caused me pain in the Champions League. 17-18, the pandemic season, the quad chasing season. Like, we managed to get a bit of revenge this season where we beat them 2-0, but they still got further than us in the competition. even though it's Arsenal who have done this, there's a part of me that's just going, I'm so flipping happy you lot are feeling pain now. Because you've had it so good for years now. You lot need a bit of pain. You need it.
Yeah, do you know what? Listen, I'm not going to tell Real Madrid fans how to support their football club, and I get the anger, and I get that this isn't the standards, and I totally understand that. What I find beautiful about it, just from a consumer of their content, is you're calling one of your greatest ever managers a bozo. I just love the sort of, and maybe they're just a different club with a different culture potentially. Even if Fergie fell off, I wouldn't talk about him like that. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I enjoy. They just don't hold any prisoners. Maybe that's why they're so successful all the time. Maybe it's because they're spoiled, right? I don't know. Everyone's gonna have a difference of opinion on that, but I enjoy watching it. There's no doubt about it. Up next, let's take a look at Faisal, another Madrid fan here. Let's take this. This could be great.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh, are you fucking serious? Are you?
It's that second free kick going in. I think it just kicked the stuffing out of them. Yeah.
Because it's 1-0. Everyone's going, oh yeah, Arsenal can't deal with that at the Bernabeu.
He's dropped his drink. He's just gone. He's finished. Oh, he's back. He's back. It's just, do you know what? That's a beautiful reaction as well. Just the silence. The realization.
Yeah.
Gone. Up next, we're going to show. This is Matisse. Obviously, Chelsea fan watching this. Let's take a look at this, people. Give us your thoughts on this one.
Declan Rice.
Where's he gone?
My fucking God! Oh my fuck!
Mate, it's just, how many people do you think around the world had that type of reaction last night to that goal?
I did, brother. I was at home, and the kids being on school holidays, so I had it on, and like the first free kick went in, I was like, fairs. See, when he lined up the second one, part of me was just like, surely he ain't gonna do it again. And then he started running up, I was like, he's gonna do it again,
bro.
I thought he was gonna go I thought he was gonna go over the wall, up and down. Bro, when he's wrapped it, bro, as I said, the second free kick, bro, that you're not saving that.
No, it's impossible. I mean, it's literally the definition of top bin. You ever go to Hollywood Bowl?
No, I haven't actually.
Okay, or like amusement arcade. You've been to amusement arcades. You know when you go on the basketball game where you try and score the points?
Yeah.
Have you ever got to that point where you get into a rhythm where you pick the ball up, you put it into your hand, you're letting it go, and you're just getting the power and the action.
Yeah, I'm
the
Kobe.
same.
I'm Kobe, bro.
Yeah, you're like in. That's what Rice did. It was almost like, well, it's like he was able to remember body shape, positioning, power. He just hit the ball basically the same 2 times on the bounce. And it's so rare, no matter how good you are as a footballer, the rarity of doing that is crazy. And it was, when I watched it, it just reminded me of, as you say, when you're in an amusement arcade or you're playing a game and you just, I've got it right once, I've got it right. And you can feel yourself, you can feel the technique. That's all it was about, mate. And listen, there's a lot of people that were angry at it. But this video I saw, I don't know who these gentlemen are. This, though, watch this. This is brilliant.
Declan got power, though. Declan, and no, Courtois a dog, but Declan got power, bro. Declan got power. If it don't hit off a head, it's going top bins. Watch that.
It's Declan Rice.
Ah! Oh my gosh! I told you!
There's also that thing as a fan as well, because I think it was the commentator said last night, somebody behind them in the crowd, just as Rice was stepping up for the first one, some bloke just went, bang it, you'll score, and it went in. Like, when you're a fan, you call something. There is a feeling of, oh, I said that. Yeah, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Let's take a look here, people. This is the club Let's take a look at the club because there was a mixture of reactions here. It's a thing of beauty, man. It's a thing of beauty.
If he bends this in,
mate, if he bends this in, I'm going home.
you might as well have a go. Just get it around the wall again. Do the same thing.
I'll go in this corner though.
I'm not.
You can already see, like, look at the body language of Makola and Rory.
You
Right?
know they don't want it to happen.
They are not enjoying this at all. And equally, by the way, I'd probably enjoy it less if I was on camera with Arsenal fans. Like being able to watch it in your, yeah, I'd hate it. I'd hate
I
it.
can't watch him do it again.
If he does it again,
Go on, Declan. Go on, Declan.
Oh my days! I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it, man.
Fucking hell.
I've never seen it. Makola. Fucking hell. He's fucking hell.
But you know, it's that pain because I'll be honest, when the free kick went in, I'm like, "Bro, what a free kick!" And then I'm like, "Oh, I've got to deal with Arsenal fans for the next week now. Like, it's gonna be a long week, bro." As soon as the game finished, I don't know if you ever worked with halftime hooks. Do you know hooks?
Yeah, I know hooks. Yeah, I know hooks.
Bro, as soon as the game finished, Hooks calls me. I'm a Liverpool fan, bro. 6 Champions Leagues in the bag, about to win the Premier League on Arsenal's head. Hooks calls me. Hold that. I'm like, Hooks, well, teams with heritage, hold that. A team with no heritage did that to Real Madrid. Hold that. I'm like, Hooks, I'm not the enemy, bro. Like,
Mate, no, I hear you. And I think, but you know what, Boovy's reaction here, it's just that I still think that's 80-90% of fans. That element of I've never seen, and the performance, the victory, the scoreline, the heritage versus no heritage, but it's the back-to-back stunner free kicks. You put the whole thing into a one caboodle, and it's not. You rarely see this in the Champions League. We've barely seen it from English teams. And I was actually thinking about this genuinely. The last time I remember this was UV Real Madrid in like 07. I can't remember the last time an English team was considered the inferior team and battered a superstar club. The last time I could think of it is when Bellamy and co went to the Bernabeu and did it. I can't think of the last time that like I've seen City beat Madrid, but it's when we all knew City were a world-class team and could do that. No, yeah, it was absolutely crazy.
Some heritage in it, that Champions League Liverpool. We got a little heritage.
Yeah, no, but no, of course, but exactly. You've got the heritage. That's even true. Again, even when I'm thinking about my own logic, you're right. Liverpool's don't even count. And I was trying to give something to Liverpool there. I can't remember just off the top of my head. And Man United have heritage in Europe, so no matter. I don't put us in that category. Maybe there was a Chelsea result, but even then, I mean, Chelsea hadn't won it when they knocked Barcelona out, but it wasn't like this. It was different. Like when they knocked Barcelona out, Chelsea, to go on to win it, they deserved it. But it was a little bit like, wow, kind of a bit scrappy in terms of no battering like this. It's crazy. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I remember as well, they lost Gabriel at the weekend, and that was another one.
Yeah, no, they did.
Lost Gabriel, it's done.
Not everybody, though, joined in with the celebrations. West Ham fan here, Declan Rice said in an interview that it's the best moment of his career. West Ham fans out attacking him because obviously he won them the Conference League here. West Ham fans are fuming with him. West Ham fans are not happy for Declan Rice today.
I mean, what was like? How else was he meant to say that? Like, from a personal standpoint, he scored a brace against Real Madrid, 2 worldy free kicks. Like, of course, that's the best moment in his individual personal career so far. It has to be.
That's probably exactly what he meant. And the problem is with football fans sometimes, we never stop to go, what do we think somebody meant by it? You know, this is a content creator. You say something, somebody hasn't understood your meaning. And instead of saying, how? Do you mean this or do you mean that? They go with the worst case scenario and batter you for it as an example.
It's like, obviously, Trent looks like he's going Real Madrid. Again, hold that, Real Madrid. I'm even more happy about that. But if Trent goes Real Madrid next season and scores a brace against Barcelona in like the Copa del Rey final, and Trent turns around and goes, that might be the best moment in my career so far, like from a personal perspective, I kind of got to be like, all right, you had the corner taken quickly, you had the goal against Leicester, which pretty much sealed the league, but I get it. You've scored in the El Clasico and a brace, like.
Bro, there's also, listen, winning trophies is a massively important part of football. But there's winning the Conference League, which for West Ham and the size of West Ham is gargantuan. But this is the thing. Arsenal could win the Conference League 3 years running, and Declan Rice could score a winning goal in the final. But in the grand scheme, at the elite end of the spectrum, it doesn't compute with a Champions League win. And if Arsenal knock them out, and if Arsenal go on to win this,
it's done now.
I think they're through. I think they're through. But if they go on to win it from here, these goals from Declan Rice, and it's funny really because I've been praising Kane recently for scoring a lot in the title race in Germany. But when it comes to the Champions League last night, what did Kane do with a great chance? Missed it. And I got called out this week for a Gerrard take I have. I think I have him listed. All midfielders being in the list.
I saw that in the group.
Yeah, I have him in 8th. Dan Potts called me out on it saying I would separate like DMs, attacking midfielders. And I'm like, okay, if I look at it as attacking midfielders, he's in and around the top 3 to 4. Because but for me, it's how I view football. And like last night, when I look at Harry Kane's performance, and last night, when I look at Declan Rice's performance, this is what I mean. Those 2 goals from Rice and the performance in a knockout quarterfinal Champions League game doesn't make him one of the greatest midfielders ever. But say he does another one like that in the semi-final, and he's that good again in the final when they win it. The career-defining element of that, for me, outweighs 50, 60, 100 good games that in the Premier League that are not in title races, that didn't decide who wins things. And it's ironic with the Gerrard stuff because when I think about,
did that.
But this is exactly my point about Gerrard. When you look at the Gerrard legacy, which by the way is mammoth, because if you were to ask me to do a list of the greatest Premier League midfielders in Champions League history, like in terms of Gerrard's probably number 1.
Yeah.
And so it's again, and why? Because I would use the same logic that sees him in 8th in the Premier League totality. I'd use the same logic that would put him probably number 1 in the Champions League for English or Premier League midfielders, because what he did so many seasons for you in the Champions League. Yes, you only went on to win it once, but in that Champions League winning season, it's the goals that kept you in it and the goals that got you to the final and the goals that helped win it for you. I look at that and just think that campaign and your FA Cup final are the 2 biggest things that Gerrard's praised for. Therefore, when people say you can't use trophies to look at how good an individual player is, I'm like, well, hang on, you can. Because I'm not saying trophies in general. I'm saying your influence in winning the trophies. And Gerrard's 2 most famous moments are when he won trophies. So it's it's crazy.
All right, I hear what you're saying, but I got to push back because it's Stevie, innit? Stevie's
I know.
Like, with the Scholes, Lampard, and Gerrard debate, I've come to a point in my life now where I'm like, I get it. Man United fans are always going to back for Scholes, as they should. Chelsea fans are always going to back for Lampard, as they should. And us Liverpool fans are always going to have Gerrard's back. The way I look at it, Terry, is there are so many layers to it that you can almost create a narrative to suit your agenda in it. So I could sit there and go, well, Gerrard played in the worst team. So by that metric, if you put him in a better team, he does even better.
Yeah,
that's one. I could go, well, Lampard scored the most goals. The hardest thing to do in football is score goals, and he's doing it from midfield. Boom. Then I could go from another standpoint where I go, well, Scholes had the longevity. He had to maintain his standards at such a high level that he stayed in this Fergie team, in this Fergie era that was dominating the Premier League. He's in there. The way I look at it with Gerrard, though, so you pick out the FA Cup final and the Champions League run in 05. The reason why I think you can use those 2 trophy-wise is because he was the most influential player in those trophy runs. Now, no disrespect to Lampard and Scholes, they both had their moments. Scholes scored in the final FA Cup against Newcastle, right? Was that in the treble-winning season?
Yes.
Lampard scored in final against Everton, I think, which won them the game. So both have got that credibility. What I think the issue is with Gerrard, why he doesn't get put over Lampard and Scholes when there's a Premier League debate, is because Liverpool never got that Premier League trophy. And I know it's kind of harsh to say this, but I genuinely believe if you put Lampard in Liverpool's team, we never win that Premier League. If you put Scholes in that Liverpool team, we never win the Premier League. But I still think if Gerrard's in that Man United team and Chelsea, they win it.
And that's a fair debate. And I'm not. The thing with me is, I think some Liverpool fans think what I'm saying about Gerrard is disrespectful. What you'll never hear me do is
Sam
say,
definitely did.
but that's because Sam is projecting his own emotions. Because this is his view on Paul Scholes. There's 3 things. the player awards I disregard. And do you know why I disregard
Why
the player?
do you disregard those? That's what I wanted to ask you. Why do you disregard?
For multiple reasons, right? And I'll give you an example. We were all shocked when Henry didn't win it. We all thought it was a travesty, as an example.
The Ballon d'Or, you mean? Yeah,
the Ballon d'Or.
Ronaldinho won it that year, right?
No, it was Nedved.
Was it Nedved who won it over Henry?
Nedved won it that year.
Okay.
But it wasn't the only one. Man United were the best team in the world in 1999. And Beckham had the season of his life. People forget how good Paul Scholes was that season. And I went back and looked at some archive articles from that campaign where Scholes every week is pivotal. He makes a team tick. Without him, this Man United team wouldn't be knitted together. Beckham was getting a lot of the plaudits predominantly because it was after the sending off in the World Cup and the pressure that was on him. Beckham went on to get number 2 in the Ballon d'Or voting. Scholes was being praised in the media, but his lack of personality, I think, stopped him from being put up for these big awards. But David Ginola won Player of the Season that year in the Prem. And I remember being a kid, and I just used to look at it and go, no one was saying Ginola was the best player in the Premier League that year, but he won it. I've always looked at the teams of the year in these awards in that way. Then I saw I listened to a podcast, and I've seen this about 3 or 4 times, where players have said they used to sometimes, I hated Gerrard, so I would purposely vote for the person that was up against him to get it. And when I started listening to all these things, I'm like, it's flawed because of these reasons. And then now, again, and it's not even that they're not important, because you win a Ballon d'Or, you're always one of the best in the world, right? I'm not denying it. And I'm never saying Gerrard wasn't one of the best players in the world. Now, there's about 3 or 4 different types of Ballon d'Ors. There's about 5 different player of the years. They're adding more and more and more and more and more. So someone yesterday went, oh, look, Lampard got midfielder of the season in the Champions League. I mean, yeah, that award only started, I think, in 2009-8 that started. Yeah. Scholes' pomp was over by then. So you're comparing an award that your midfielder got that didn't exist when some of my players were in their pomp. So there's multiple reasons why I disregard it slightly. But on what Sam said about Scholes, and this is why I always push back more than anything else, is he said Scholes wasn't impactful or important to us winning. He said no kid growing up wanted to be Paul Scholes.
That's a lie.
And he turned around and said that in 10 years' time, no one in football will remember Paul Scholes.
That's a lie as well.
So for me,
Hassam's my guy. Me and Hassam do 2 shows a week, but that's crazy.
I hear you, and this is my view on it. If you think Gerrard is better than Scholes, I don't mind. I'll fight for it, but I don't mind.
Yeah, can't diminish Scholes.
When it comes to a debate, forget what you think subjectively. His argument about why Scholes is overrated is so wrong, Hassam loses the debate because it's an exaggeration. But viewers, I'd love to get your opinions on that. One last video. I've got to play this. Because he ended up being right, and we've got to give this man his flowers.
2-0 to us, hopefully. And in the second leg? Second leg, hopefully 2-0 to us again. What about you?
Like Ty here, it comes in quite quickly in case anyone misses it.
2-0 to us, hopefully.
But he picks 2-0, and then like Robbie and White Yardy just laughing at him.
Why are you I know why you're laughing.
Like, I just want to say to Ty, he didn't even get it right. It was 3-0, but he did predict a win. He did say they'd be good enough. He did say they'd get over the line, and they stood up and they were counted.
Bro, I was with Ty on Friday, and I was just like, do you reckon you'll do it? Yeah, it's done. We'll do it. Bro, no flinch in him. No, like, this is not a man who, remember, there's no cameras rolling here. There's no content. It's not, no one can accuse him of playing up to camera. I said, Ty, you reckon you'll do it? Yeah, it's done. Yeah, Callum, it's done. I was like, you reckon? I was like, I think you'll win the first leg. I don't know about the second leg. He's like, no.
Do you know what's interesting with Ty, though? I think I'm going to give him flowers, but there is an argument to say it's just broken clock syndrome. He says every game is going to be a 2-0 win, and eventually, like you'll get it right. But fair play to him, because he gets him and Igal get a lot of stick, and I love Igal as well. I was really happy for them last night as individuals I know personally. They got that. I tell you, who wasn't happy though. There's some tears here, right? Wesley Sneijder said here, I don't think the free kicks were that impressive.
Oh,
this may sound strange, but it's extremely easy to curve a ball like that as long as you know how to take a shot.
So bitter.
It's crazy. He basically saying the Wolves are bad and swerving a ball like that is good. I am going to say this now, right?
Yeah, you
one of the reasons that I get called out as being a secret Arsenal fan, it's when I see punditry like this. I can take it's terrible. Yes, you can argue maybe there could have been 5 pit players in a wall.
The first one, remember?
Yeah.
The wall, but the free kick
He put
execution,
both in there, mate. It's
magnificent, bro.
Out of this world. Crazy. But viewers, look, we want your thoughts, we want your feelings, we want your opinions on the content we featured today. Obviously, mine and Cal's opinions, but we want to hear from you in the comment section below. Get yourselves across to Kopish right now. That's Cal's channel. Go and get yourself subscribed to it. Make sure you're doing all of that. I want to shout out as well everybody who tuned in last night. Right now, looking at over 208,000 people tuned into our live match reaction, which is just mind-numbingly amazing. 3:30 this afternoon, though, straight facts, Sam will be answering for his 0% chances. This man needs to add a fucking tariff, bro. That's what he needs to do. He's got to add a tariff to this shit. Until next time, people, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we will see you all again very, very soon. Peace.